Hello everybody, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Please say hi when you jump on, hit that heart button for me. And in just a second, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. When you type in this keyword, you'll get a supply list for all the things that I'm using tonight to make this project, and you're not going to want to miss it. Oh my goodness, if you're catching the replay, then you don't see a red live button right up here. So type the exclamation point replay in the comments for me. You guys, it's taken Facebook a second to figure this out. All right, we got it. The keyword for tonight is, you guessed it, you guys, November. It is officially November, which does mean that we have a new Club Couture kit. And if you are watching and you're not sure what our Club Couture is, it is an amazing craft kit delivered right to your door every single month. Oh my goodness. Hello everybody. Here's all my friends. All right, I got my video pulled up. We're rolling now. Hi Jan. Hi Cassie and Paulette. Hello Melinda and Becky and Lori and Jackie and Joanne. Hi Teresa and Carol. Hey, hey, hey. Hello everybody. November is the keyword. Hi Maxine. Hello Valerie. Hello Teresa. Hello Pam. Hi Missy. So you guys, let's go ahead and take a look at what November's Club Couture subscription looks like for this year. It is so, so gorgeous. Y'all, we've got some ideas for this tonight too. So we're going to start off here. This is the transfer that you're going to get. This is exclusive just for the month of November. And you'll get a whole kit to put together. Hi Renee. Hello Linda. You get a whole kit to put together. So there's the transfer. It's this gorgeous winter wonderland with a snowman and the sleigh right there. Hi, Lisa Marie. Happy birthday, girl. Oh my gosh. Hi, Carol. Oh my gosh. Hi, Mary Jo. Hi, Nancy. Happy November, Rose. All right. Also included in this kit, you are going to get this frame. And I'm going to show you how we're going to put this together. It's going to look like a windowsill with the snowman looking out at the snowman. So it's going to be absolutely awesome. And you're going to get 3 pasting holes to go with this. If you're a new club subscriber, you're also going to get a mini squeegee with your first month, okay? Well, I want my table up a little bit more. So this month, you are going to get black velvet. Hello, everybody. You're going to get bright white, and you're going to get our color of the month, you guys, which is called Something Borrowed. Now look, I don't know what this looks like in comparison to other things. I haven't seen this color yet until tonight. I'm super, super excited for this one. I don't have a jar of it yet. Thank you so much for sprinkling. But I know that you guys, when you see a color like this and you're thinking, well, how does it compare? How does it compare to other colors that we've had in the past? So once we're finished with this tonight, stick around because I have got every color we've had in the past that could even closely resemble this color here that's brand new, the Something Borrowed color. And we're going to test these all out and see how it compares to this new one. Lori, happy birthday to you too! Oh my goodness, y'all, birthday's going on today. So stick around for that. I am prepared to show you guys all of the different ways that it compares to previous colors from the past in case you've already got them. And you can decide if you still want to grab that Something Borrowed or not. But I have a feeling you're going to love it. You're going to love it. All right, let's open this thing up here. I'm going to set my transfer aside for a second. You ordered 2 of that one. It's gorgeous. Hi, Dana. And let's open up this kit here. I do want to be careful that I don't break this in any way when I'm opening my package. So I'm going to use my scissors. There we go. I think I got it out of there now. All right, so it comes with all of these pieces here. You're going to get, oh, I didn't realize that that one right there was already glued on. You get one that's glued on, which is a little strange to me. Maybe that's just to show that that's the top part. And you've got 2 hangers right here at the top too. Hi, Donna. New from Columbia, Tennessee. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Maria. Hello, everybody. I think it looks like the fresh paste. We'll see how it compares because I do have fresh. And I've got, oh my gosh, I've got fresh. I've got Duchess. I've got, what's this one? Glacier. I've got a bunch of the old colors that are retired and we're going to see how it compares, okay? All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead. These are all the pieces that it comes with. Hi, Kathy. And so when you're looking at this right here, this is the top of it. This piece right here is already glued on there. And you're going to see that all of the pieces that have got a corner like this, they're going to be your side pieces. So it's going to end up going like this, and like this, and like this. Okay, when we put it together. And then you've got your middle piece here and your upper and lower pieces right here to create your windowsill. So that's how it goes. It's your puppy's birthday. He's lucky he made it this far. He's a monster from the word go. Oh my gosh. I love that. Well, happy birthday to your puppy. So we're going to just set all of these off to the side, y'all. And I'm going to go ahead. And I think what I want to do here, I'm a little bit thrown that that piece is on the top there and it's fixed. But I'm sure that they did that so that they could screw in these pieces here at the top. And make sure that those screws were long enough to hold that really well for the weight that's going to be. So let's go ahead and grab this out of here. So I've got my paper lining. We're going to paint this up with white. And I do believe that that's why they put white in the club kit, so that you can paint this background white, okay? I'm going to go ahead and use Waverly, because I like Waverly. I think it's really convenient, and because you can. I would rather not use my chalk paste when I've got Waverly, just because, y'all. All right, I think what I'm going to do is actually kind of, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to start off painting with an angled brush and paint this part and then paint the rest of it with my bigger brush, just to be faster. And so I have less brush strokes. You saw some people pop it off of there. I think that it's on there because of those things on the back, though. I'd be afraid to pop that off. I'd be really afraid to pop that off of there. So we'll just carefully paint around it. I could see why they would want to pop that off of there. But I'm not going to. Because I do think it holds those things in the back. So we'll just use an angled brush up here at the top. Thank you. Oh, Carol, I'm so sorry. She said it was an expensive weekend. A lot of things breaking. Never fun to have weekends like that. If I don't remember to check the oil in my truck soon, it's probably going to break too. No. I've been telling John for like 2 weeks that I need to check the oil because something's just not right. And I haven't done it yet. Thank you, Carrie. I made this one last year. Carol was telling us earlier. Carol, can I tell him your story about breaking down? If not, then I won't. I'll shut my mouth. But if you want me to tell it, I will. All right, let's go ahead and just paint up the rest of this. I'm just using Waverly in the color Snow Owl. And I might even put 2 coats on here just because I want this nice and white. Painting a frame today that couldn't get into the Waverly jar, so you remembered you got one the same color. Oh, yay! I saved the day. I love when I save the day. November, you guys, is the key word. We're just painting. Starting off painting. So you guys, my little man starts his first sport on Tuesday. We signed him up for a trial run at wrestling. And we're going to see how it goes and how much he likes wrestling. His dad was a wrestler in high school. And so his dad really wants him to try this wrestling thing. So we'll see how it works out. But it does look like I'm going to be a sports mom, y'all. Oh, so Carol's story. All right, you guys. So she was on her way to a vendor event that she was doing, a craft fair. And her trailer tire blew. And so they unloaded everything out of her trailer, put it in another trailer, and then that one blew. So she had to just get everything home, and she didn't even make it to her craft show that she was going to do this weekend. Thank you, Mary. You bet he'll love it. I think he will too. All right, so one coat definitely does not look covered very well. So we're going to give this a second coat just to be sure that I've got this nice and covered with the white. We're going to dry this up first, though. So I have not had my kids in any sports yet, and I hear from my friends and other moms in the school how hectic their lives become once they start sports. Oh! So I'm kind of worried for myself and thinking, what have I gotten myself into? But I think he's going to have a really good time. All right, one more time here, you guys. This is going to give me much better coverage having a second coat on here. Especially if we want this to look like snow. In the background. Oh yeah. Then the water line broke when the washer was being replaced. Oh my gosh. So many things, y'all. She just had a bad weekend. Hi, Pam. This stuff, this OSB stuff or whatever this stuff is, that this stuff here, it soaks up the paint pretty well. So you want that bright white, I think you're going to have to put 2 coats on there. And it's drying in there relatively quickly. Let's see how good we can make this. Oh, so you guys, there was another story I want to tell you guys. I told earlier a little bit about this story. So you guys, on Friday, so we have a tradition with my aunt every single year downtown in her town. They have trick or treat with the businesses for the kids from 1 till 5, and then you can trick or treat from house to house from 6 to 8. Okay, so every year since my kids were little, hi Robin, we've taken my kids out to her area, and then she and I take them downtown to go trick or treating through the businesses. And this year, since the kids had a half a day, things were just easier for me, and I asked my mom if she wanted to go too. Now, my mom doesn't drive anymore, so I needed to go pick her up, okay? You guys, my mom has dementia. Oh, you are? My mom has dementia, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse by the day. Every time that I see her, hi, Deb, her memory is just going so fast. It's unbelievable. This is warping with my heat, just so you guys know. Or is it this, or is it my... Okay, it's not that. So we took her out to Fenton with the kids. We went and had lunch first, and then we went downtown for the trick-or-treat event. And when the first couple places, oh, that's a good idea. Thank you. So the first couple places that we went to, we just went as normal, and then we went to the community center downtown, and they had a whole bunch of like vendors set up inside there for trick-or-treat. And one of those vendors just happened to be Walmart, okay? Walmart was there, and they had gift bags for, did you make a YouTube video of you when you made the blue snowflake behind you? Yes, it should be in my YouTube videos. The book one? Yes. Yes. There should be in my YouTube videos. So the Walmart place was giving out little gift bags to all of the adults, and it had just silly stuff in there like, oh, you know, a pill container, a measuring spoon for medicine, stuff like that, in this little gift bag for adults. And we all got one. My mom got one, my aunt got one, and I got one from Walmart. And once my mom got her bag, she started trick-or-treating with the kids, and she would line up in line with all of the kids to get candy. So we're walking along, and she would just get in line with all the kids, and she would pick out her piece or two from each bowl with the people standing out there. We went to the police station, and the officer was counting out 6 pieces of candy for all of the kids, and my mom gets up there and she gives my mom 2 and kind of gives me this look. This look like, what is this woman doing? But I'll tell you what, you guys. My mom had the time of her life out there trick-or-treating. It was like she had never done that before. And she had so much fun, came back with a bag full of candy, and just really, really, really enjoyed herself, okay? Now, when we dropped her off at home, and by the way, she forgot that she didn't drive herself anymore, and she kept wondering why I was going to her house and not to mine, because she thought she left her car at my house. And so I dropped her off at home, and I told my kids, I said, you guys, she might not even remember that we did this by tomorrow. And Allie looks at me and she says, well, then why did we come get her if she's not going to remember it? And I asked Allie, I said, if you knew that you were not going to remember what happened today, tomorrow, would you want to just sit in a chair all day long and stare at the wall? Or would you want to live in the moment and be happy and still do things and enjoy every chance that you get? And she just looks at me and she goes, oh, I get it now. And so it was an eye-opener for my kids to see my mom and how her memory loss was. Oh, Carol, I'm sorry. I'm telling stories and not even explaining what I'm doing. Okay, so we did the paint on here. And then after we painted the surface and got it nice and dry, we used this stuff called surface wax. And we just put a thin layer of surface wax on here so that the adhesiveness of our transfer doesn't pull that wax up. And it also fills in any like grooves and stuff in the paint or in the surface itself, so that you have less bleeding in your transfer, hopefully none. And then we're going to give this a good buff, okay? You would have given her some if she came through to your house. So you guys, I just want you to keep that in mind too. Like if you're giving out Halloween candy and somebody comes to your house and they're older, I want you guys to not for a second judge. Like, it's a piece of candy. A piece of, or a handful of candy, and you have no idea who this person is or what they're going through. But that little bit right there could be like just the time of a lifetime for them. And yeah, it just, you guys have no idea what they could be going through. It was a really great memory for all of us. I'm sorry, Ray. Your mom had the same thing. So my grandma did too. And I remember, all right, you guys, here we go. Let's get to this real quick. You give it to the adults? Absolutely, you guys. All right, so here's our transfer design. It is gorgeous. These are reusable silkscreen transfers, and you can use these with chalk paste or with ink if you're doing it on a textile. They are adhesive on the back, and so when you're done, you can just wash it off and with water and one of these board erasers when they're in stock. You guys are currently out of stock. So you can wash it off, and then once that dries, that adhesiveness is going to come right back, and it's going to be sticky again. Lost your grandpa, your dad, and your uncle to dementia. Oh my gosh. I think it's because of the screws on there, Tracy. I think that that's what it is, so that they can have longer screws. Oh my gosh, so many comments coming through. You guys, everybody knows somebody with dementia, don't they? Give me a warm feeling, such a touching story. Great, thank you. Thank you. Yes, no, my mom lives with her husband. So my parents, I know you guys know that my dad passed away 12 years ago. My parents divorced when I was 4. My dad never remarried, but my mom did. All right, we're going to give this a good fuzz with our fuzzing cloth just to lessen that adhesiveness. You'd give an elderly person more candy. But you guys, the thing is that my mom, gosh, okay, I don't know how to explain this. Any better than I can. You guys, my grandmother passed away when she was 72. And to me, because I was little, my grandma seemed so much older at 72 than my mom currently does at 68. Does that make sense? Maybe it's just because she's my mom. It just does not seem like she's aging like my grandma did. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older. I'm not sure, but I don't know. She doesn't. To me, she doesn't seem elderly. She just doesn't. All right, so here we go, you guys. We're just going to take this transfer right here. I'm going to line it right up with the top there. And centered in there as well. And we're going to wash this one today. Lost your grandfather and mom from dementia. It is young, yes. And you guys heard dementia was caused by a stroke and then medication. So she was on an anti-seizure medication for way longer than she should have been because my stepdad was afraid that she was going to have another seizure. And memory loss was part of the side effects of it. She was on it for 12 years. Because you're older and you see age difference between... Yeah, I think that's right, Carol. Grandson has beard and stash at 18. In the Special Olympics, he was trick-or-treat, but they only let him go to people. No, let him go. If he came to my house, I'd give him candy. All right, you guys, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually start off by chalking this in white, okay? We painted it white. I'm going to chalk it in white. Trust the process here because you're still going to see that white on there. I feel like that's about my mom. She's 72. You feel like she's 60. Yeah. Dad died from dementia. My grandmother had dementia too, you guys. And I remember very, very well. I was about 17 years old. All right, here we go. You guys, just chalking this in white, bright white. Trust the process here. Okay, because I do things a little differently. I do things differently than everybody else. I always have. That's why you guys keep coming back to me. So, when I was about 17 years old, my grandma, my mom's mom, not the one that I just referred to, my mom's mom was in a nursing home. And it was after my grandpa passed away. And she also had dementia. Yes, Jan, absolutely. We're praying for your grandson, Casey. Absolutely. Your mom's 93 and has had it for 10 years. Oh, my goodness. So when I was 17, she was living in a nursing home. She had dementia, and she lived with us for the longest time until we could not take care of her anymore because her memory was just so far gone. And it becomes exhausting, right? And my mom was already taking care of 2 kids. Oh, hold on, Mary. Hold on. We're not there yet. This is my process. And it's always a different process than everybody else's. Give it a chance here. Hold on. Because it will be in black in a little bit. But we're going to paint it first. Which means I probably should not have waxed it, you guys. That's my mistake. I did it again. Bad. It's a habit to always wax after you paint. But we're going to make it work. All right. So here we go. In white first. And now you're going to see the outline of your transfer done in white. Okay? I love how that looks. It's so pretty. Okay, but that just shows you where your paint marks are at so that you can paint this any way you want to. All right, here we go. I'm going to spray that down with some water. We're going to come back and we're going to clean that in a little bit. I think I'm done with that one. So anyway, I took my grandma. I went there and I picked her up. You guys, I was 17. I went and picked my grandma up and at the nursing home. And I told them that I wanted to pick her up and I wanted to take her to Dairy Queen for some ice cream. And they did everything that they could to stop me from going. Now, this wasn't something that I okayed with my family. I didn't call my mom and aunt and ask them if I could take my grandma out for ice cream. I was driving by there. I had some time to spare before I had to be to work. And I thought, you know what? I bet you my grandma would like to go have some ice cream with me. And so I stopped there and they did everything they could to stop me from taking her because she had diabetes. You guys, she can't remember anything. And if for 5 minutes she can sit down and enjoy an ice cream, whether she's going to remember it or not, if that's what ends it for her, then so be it. And I tell you what, my whole family would feel the exact same way. If the last thing that happens for her, if she goes into a diabetic coma and passes away tomorrow, being in the state that she was, and that happened because she spent some time with her granddaughter enjoying an ice cream, then so be it. And so I argued with them and I took my grandma out of there and we went and got ice cream. Now, Dairy Queen had sugar-free ice cream. And I got her the sugar-free when I found that out. But by golly gee, let these people live. Let them enjoy life. Because let her have it. Let her have it. And I'll tell you what, after they threw such a fit about me taking her, I wanted to go back there every single day and take her for another ice cream. And my family felt the exact same way. Let her have it. Let her have whatever she wants right now. So you guys, I guess the moral of my stories today is to enjoy the time that you've got with people. Even if they're not going to remember it tomorrow, still take the time to enjoy it because live in the moment, right? Live in the moment. All right, you guys, this is something borrowed. This is our color of the month. We're going to give this a good squeeze. We're going to knead this together just to get all of that paste mixed back together in case it's settled in there. And then I'm actually going to snip off the bottom section here and turn it upside down so that when I fold this over, I still have the color that's in this packet right there. You would have raised the roof if someone would have tried that with one of your grandparents. Yeah, you guys, I've never been somebody to be messed with. So they did not win that fight. When my granny aunt turned, I missed it. my darn chatbot. Turned 92. She said that's it. I'm not eating diabetic food anymore. And good for her. Good for her. Well, let's pour this out and see how it... Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at that color. It is so gorgeous. Kick myself in the butt for not spending time with my dad before he passed 5 years ago. Yeah, definitely, you guys. Yes, and my kids will have that memory forever, too. For sure. All right, you guys, I'm going to grab out a paintbrush here. And I'm not quite sure which one I want to use, but I do think that I want a fine one. Will you bring my father-in-law his favorite McDonald's? Absolutely. Absolutely. Take him McDonald's. You take them for ice cream. Let them enjoy their life and what little bit of time they might have left. Just because they have no memory doesn't mean they should never get out and do anything at all. Healthcare people don't know people the way that... You're right, Robin. You're so right about that. All right, you guys, I just got my paintbrush here, and I'm going to paint in the hat. And give this guy a bright blue hat. So I'm just staying within the lines and going everywhere that I can see the painted white, the Waverly white. And I'm going over that with this something. It's a metallic. It definitely looks metallic to me. It's like a metallic blue. And it's actually sticking to the wax very, very, very well. Very well. Which I'm surprised at. Normally, our paste, well, you'd water it down. I didn't water it down, and it's sticking very well. Which is fantastic. Hi, Karen. And then we're going to do the same, and we're going to give them, or her, might be a her, a bright blue scarf. With this something borrowed color. Now, I think that right there is still part of the face and not part of the scarf. So I'm not going to go up there just yet. Even though I corrected my payment info, I never did get my act. Okay, so we probably didn't process it. So give me a call or send me a message, and I'll get back with you tomorrow, and I can show you how to process it. Bobby, so far you just missed us painting the board and putting the transfer down the first time in white, and now we're painting up some area of this. So we've got the bright, bright blue for the hat. And the bright, bright blue for the scarf. Used to pick up my grandpa from the nursing home. Take him to your dad's farm. He enjoyed it so much. He was so full of stories the whole trip. He had Alzheimer's. You guys, what is the difference? Can anybody tell me? Because I really, really don't know. Thank you. Yes, Tracy, you did. And they've already been sent out. You sure did. Thank you. I think it's gorgeous too. All right, we're going to add a little bit of water here. Is that what I want to do? No, that's not what I want to do. Thank you, Karen. I'm going to get that water off of there. So it painted so well with that blue, just plain blue. So I think what I want to do, I'm going to grab some of this white and I'm going to mix it with some of this blue. And I'm just going to get a light white color. Oh my gosh. I can't see all of it. So just a little bit of bright white. I'm going to mix with some of this blue and get a light blue color, okay? A very, very, very light, faint light blue color by mixing the two together. Oh, that's really pretty. Really, really pretty. That's like a Cinderella blue, you guys. Dementia is slower. Okay. Alzheimer's kills a person faster than dementia. Alzheimer's attacks the whole body. Okay. Dementia is a slower progression. Wow. I see. I didn't know the difference. Hi, Linda. All right. So you guys, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this brush here and I just want to make some area on here with this blue so that when I put my transfer back down, we've got a little bit of blue in the snow, okay? So you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. Just kind of in random spots to give some extra color to the snow. Alzheimer's is what you lost your husband to. I'm so sorry, Carol. It's so hard, you guys. It's so hard when you've got people that you love, family members that you love who are going through Alzheimer's and dementia and all of the horrible things that attack the mind. Mom had vascular dementia and she was going, oh my gosh, Dana. So I'm really sloppy painting, you guys. I'm just sloppy painting because it's snow. And so you tried this technique, but it's hard on your eyes. You can use a brighter color and it'll help you line it up as well if you do that. So I'm just randomly in spots, just adding some of this blue in here so we get mom and mother-in-law both have dementia. It's so sad and so hard. Yes, it is. I think that's one thing that I was happy, that I was glad about when it came to my dad, is that he always, and that was the thing he was most afraid of. When he passed away, he still had all of his senses. And so we got to say our goodbyes and all of that stuff. And he knew everything that was going on with them. Oh, y'all, this is going to be so pretty. So pretty. All right, let's see. We want to add a little bit more, a little bit over here as well. And down here. All right. I got some blue on here, and I think that that's going to look awesome. I'm debating on if I should do the sled. I think I want to, you guys. I think I want to paint the sled too. And so I'm going to grab, oh, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. Where is it? I thought about doing brown, but maybe I don't want brown. I think I want shimmer silver if I can find it. There it is. Let's do shimmer silver for this sled. We'll do a shimmer silver sled. A silver sled. Silver sled. Oh, maybe. Silver sled. Because why not do a silver sled? You guys, I am so rough painting. Silver runners with caramel slates. It's caramel slats. Definitely got silver runners going on here. I don't know if I want to use caramel. Or camel. I don't think I want to use camel. I don't know though. Maybe camel, maybe camel. Maybe we'll camel and white together, just so that it kind of matches this whole thing. Let's do that. Let's add camel and white. You guys know I like to mix my colors. But where is my camel? Where's my camel, you guys? I can't find my camel. I have so many jars of paste. It's insanity. Where's my camel? That's not camel. That's not camel. You know, I'm never going to find the one I'm looking for because that's how it goes. You know that? Oh. Okay, camel. I found camel. I finally found my camel, you guys. All right, here we go. Hi, Peg. November is the keyword. You guys are going to want to grab this kit because it's adorable. It really, really is adorable. We're not going to need very much of this at all. So a little bit of white. Again. Sundowners. That's when they get aggressive, but not all of them get it. Really? Thank you, Christy. There we go. You guys, this is a much better color, I think, for this particular project. I just thought that the camel was going to be a bit too much. This, I think, is going to be so much better. Just adding the white to that just kind of makes the colors cohesive. Have to make yours still thinking of getting another kit. Definitely want to get another kit. All right. I don't have either of these colors in the cart link because this is just kind of impromptu right now to paint the sled. It wasn't in my plan. But we're going to do it up anyway. Dale was told to write. Ah! Oh my gosh, Carol, really? Gets aggressive. My mom does not get aggressive, but she wanders. And that's scary, you guys. She wanders. And the last time she wandered, she walked off. She went to the bank, pulled out a substantial amount of money, and then walked home with it and put it in the safe and then forgot that she had done that. Aloha! Forgot that she had done that, which is pretty darn scary, you guys. Pretty darn scary. All right, just because I'm going to grab just a little bit of espresso and I'm just going to make a couple little brush strokes in here with the espresso. Just because I think it's going to look good. Okay, let's go with that. Let's go with it. I think it's going to look awesome. All right. Here we go, you guys. I think I forgot a couple of the runners, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, we got this all painted up now. I think it's going to look fantastic. We are going to do black. We are going to do black, just so you know. And I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's see here. My husband would... He'd wander too, had to move the locks to the top of the doors. Oh no! I almost took my mom's phone away from her when we were out trick-or-treating too, because she called my stepdad like 7 times in an hour. to tell him that she was with me and that she didn't know what time she was going to be home. And I'm like, Mom, I promise you, if you're with me, he knows where you're at and that you're safe and that you don't need to call him constantly. You're good. Like, and then the next time I turned around, she had her phone back in her hand again to call him. I'm sure that was just really, you know, he's with her all the time, so that's her security blanket, you know. All right, here we go, you guys. Let's wash this up really fast. All we need for that is some tap water. We're going to spray this down with tap water. Do they not have secure nursing homes? We have a Wonder Guard system, so they get close to an ex. So my mom is not in a nursing home. She lives with her husband. And he's kind of got a neighborhood watch going on for her, but it doesn't always work. And there are times when he has to leave the house without her. And she's wandered a couple of times. And it's scary. It's very scary. Fortunately, his sister lives right next door to them, so she watches my mom too. She watches out for her. All right, so you guys, we just sprayed this with some water. We're going to grab our born eraser. And I'm just erasing all of that white paste out of my transfer. Now, if I were just doing this to do this, I would take this to my sink as soon as it was done and wash it in my sink. We nursing homes in North Dakota that have memory care units that are locked. That's scary too. To be locked into someplace. I mean, especially if you don't know, like you don't understand that your memory is going. And then you try a door and you just realize that you're stuck there. That's scary to me. And I get that it's for their safety, but I'd be terrified. I'd be terrified if I went to leave somewhere and the doors were locked and I was locked inside. I don't know that I like that. I don't know that I like that. I hope that they have plenty of staff to at least, like, I don't know, but I don't know, I don't like that, you guys. I know, Pam, for real, our board erasers have been out of stock for over a month. Hopefully soon. It said end of October, so hopefully they'll come in this week. Healthcare has a lot. Scary but necessary. They don't understand that, yeah. Grandpa was in a secure memory unit and was locked. Before he moved the unit, he wandered off, and the police found him walking on the interstate. Oh, my God. When it doesn't open, they just forget, and they turn around. Oh, my God. Oh, that's really, really far advanced, then, isn't it? All right, you guys, I'm just taking my dryer, and I'm drying this up a little bit. Especially on this side. That side was really wet still. Just to make sure that I don't get any of that tap water in my transfer, in my, like in my jars of paste. I want to make sure that this is nice and dry. Memory care is always like, my in-laws was $14,000 a month. Oh my gosh. $14,000 a month? How could anybody afford that? That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I mean, at $14,000 a month, heck, I would add on to my house and make a mother suite for my mom. that only had a door that went into my house so that she'd have to go through me to get outside. That's what I would do. Be like, oh no, Mom, there's only one way out of there. And it's through me. All right, here we go, you guys. We're going to do this again. And I'm just going to line this right back up with where it was before. Remember, we had it right tight to that up there. So having that on there is actually going to make this easier because I can line this up very, very, very easily with where I had it. Yeah, for sure, very easily. Okay. Stepfather left the house, was collecting garbage cans from blocks away, thinking they were his. Oh no, stealing people's trash cans. All right, now we're going to do this again. Is that lined up? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Sold the farm and most of the farmland. Oh my gosh, Valerie. Oh, that's insane. All right, we're going to use our black velvet, you guys, just like everybody else is doing. I love the look of the black velvet on here. You could also do gray. Gray would look great too. But we've got it painted in, so I think it's going to look a little different. You haven't worked outside the home, so you can't take your mom into your house. I get that. All right, we're going to grab our black velvet paste here. In-home care, though, would cost less than $14,000 a month, I would think. All right, our black velvet, and we're going to go over this entire thing now with black velvet. And mine is pretty thick, even though I thought that I just cleaned it up last week. So we're going to move kind of fast on here. And I got some air bubbles. Oh, no. I should have squeegeed it down, you guys. Hopefully, we're okay. Husband said, if my mom does have it, I'm moving back home to take care of her. Yeah, I love that. Like, that's a good man right there, because he's like, you're going to take care of your mother, and I'm in this with you. Or is he just going to kick you out? Wait a minute. You're going to move back, or you're both going to move back? Or he said that if his mom has it. That really confused me. Your comment confused me, Carlene. If his mom has it, he's moving back home? Oh, no. See, we need more government programs for that. That's what we need. That's where funds should go. Making it affordable for end-of-life care for people. Okay, here we go, you guys. Let's pull this up. Hopefully my paste wasn't too dry. I had a bunch of it on my hands, though. And I got to get a corner. All right, here we go. Here we go. A little wiggle wiggle. That does look beautiful. Oh, our sled looks great too. Oh, just a little pop of color. Oh my gosh, I love it. We'll both move back. Your mom. Okay. Very supportive, man. I love that. All right, you guys. I gotta look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I love it. All right, we're not done yet. We still have to embellish this thing and make it even more beautiful, you guys, if that's even possible. You have insurance for long-term care for both of you? That should just be a given, though. Oh, thank you. All right, let's turn this around so you guys can see it. I want to get all this black off my hands, though. That's how it looks. I think it's beautiful. I think it's so beautiful. I love this. Love that color of the month. Even though we didn't put a whole lot on here, it's still... But you know what we could do? Oh, I don't know if I have enough, though. Let's do it. Let's do it anyway. You guys, let's paint the frame with the color of the month. What do you guys think about that? Let's paint the frame that color and see what happens. All right, I was going to do the frame in brown, but I think let's do it. Should we do it in blue? A blue window? The sled colors, I think so too. I think so too. What do you guys think? Should we do a blue frame? A blue window frame? So we have even more of the color of the month showing on here. Hi, Dale. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's such a gorgeous club project this month, y'all. So pretty. You definitely want this one. I think we can do, let's try that, you guys. Let's try doing a blue. Let's try painting our pieces blue and see what happens. Carol says not blue. Carol, I think you're outnumbered. That's what I was kind of thinking too, Tracy. Or we could do, you guys, a white frame and we could dry brush the blue on there. Or we could do a black frame and dry brush some blue on there. Ooh, I'm thinking maybe black. Oh, Carol says gray. I could see gray. Oh my gosh, we've got so many. Where you put the black, the color of the month would have been. I think that that would have been too much of the color of the month. And on a white background, I think it would have blended in too much. I think on a black background, oh my gosh, yes. Whitewash with the blue, I agree. Like a stain. Okay. Oh, a whitewash. That's fantastic. Okay, let's do that. Whitewash. All right, so we've got this piece that goes this way, this piece that goes this way, this piece that goes this way, this piece, and one more piece. All right. You want to see the blue incorporated in the frame. Okay, let's do that. Let's do whitewash and blue. Let's do whitewash and blue. I think that's going to look fantastic. All right, so let's just take some white paint. Let's take some white paint. We're going to whitewash it, you guys. Whitewash. Dry brush blue on that ash. Oop, there goes a lot of my paint on my table. Not on that thing. So it's not going to take much if we're going to dry brush. Crackle the frame. Oh, Mary Beth, that's a fantastic idea. Okay, let's, that's a fantastic idea. Oh, I like that idea so much. Okay, listen. We're going to have so many ideas here going on. So let's do this. I like that idea so much. We're going to do crackle, you guys, because why not? Because why not? Okay, so here. We're going to paint it blue. And then we're going to crackle with white. Okay. I might have to embellish this off live though, because this is already going pretty long. So we'll paint it with the blue. Because I don't know how much blue I'm going to have either. And hopefully we can stretch it. I think if we did crackle and then black would probably look even better than the white. I think I agree with Tracy, because that blue is going to pop even more. Carol, I think you're outnumbered. I think you're outnumbered. They want to see crackle. I think crackle would look awesome. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do crackle with white or crackle with black. And I think that the blue underneath is going to pop even more if we did black. So I am very quickly painting these up. Elizabeth says not crackle. I think it'll look great. I really do, especially if we do fine crackle. You think it'd be too much black? Crackle with ash. Okay. I have other grays in Waverly too we could try. I do feel like it needs to be a darker color than white though. Well, let's just see how it turns out. I have a dark gray called Elephant in Waverly that would probably look fantastic. Love the old chippy frames. Me too. Me too. So we're just kind of sloppy painting this with our color of the month. I think you guys are onto something about the black. It might be too much, but I still need a dark color. I think a nice dark gray is going to look great. We'll see what happens. Had to scrape all the crackled paint. So you don't like to see crackle paint anymore. It brings you nightmares. I like the old farmhouse chippy look myself. All right, we've got one more piece over here. I probably should have done this one first so I wasn't leaning over. You think dark red would look awesome? I think it would too. I think there are a bunch of colors that would look awesome on here. I think that the dark red would look better though if the scarf was red. So I would have like the frame match the color, or the color in the frame match the color of the scarf. All right, let's check it out. Let's see. Almost got it. Almost got it. Okay, so they're painted first with that blue color. I'm getting paint all over my hands. That's something borrowed blue. We're going to dry this up. Yes, it does come attached. And I think that that's because so that they can use longer screws in the back for the little hanger pieces that they've got on the back of it. So we'll dry this up first. And then, you guys, let's grab our Dixie Belle Crackle. Dixie Belle Crackle. And I'm just going to grab a paintbrush, you guys, any old paintbrush. I think I want one that's going to actually cover the entire thing in one swipe, though. So the thing about the Dixie Belle Crackle is that the thicker you have it, the bigger your cracks are going to be, okay? So I think I actually want to have this be fairly thick so that our cracks are bigger and you see more of that blue coming through. And I'm going to try to not overwork it. I just want to lay it down on there. There we go. You just got your October. You're excited for this one? I was super excited when this one came in the mail. All right, there we go. You like bigger cracks too? Ah! There's that one. The brown voodoo stain, nope, none of the Dixie Belle stuff. Once it goes out, it's not coming back. I couldn't tell if I did that one or not. For December's. How do you know that December's is super cute? I haven't even seen December's yet. Find that brand takes so long to dry because not sure you're supposed to dry it like Mod Podge. You used it for the first time a couple weeks ago and absolutely loved it. So let's, well, I mean, I feel like it's drying already. So you're supposed to dry it first. Allow to completely dry and then apply another color over top of it. So yeah, you can use Elmer's glue. I also like Folk Art has a crackle that I like. Oh shoot, I didn't spray my transfer down and that's all black. Hold on, you guys. I want to make sure I get that one sprayed down since it's all black paste. And I'm spraying it with some power wash right now just to make sure that another designer said it won't disappoint. Good to know. Maybe I'll find out on Wednesday. Oh, you guys, I won't be live on Wednesday. There's a leader meeting that I'll be attending. So I will not be here. All right, here we go. Here we go. It does take a bit to dry, but not super long, especially when you've got it really thick in spots, which I do right there. And it's hard to tell because it's glossy. I know, the power wash is amazing with the black. Yes. You guys, I use power wash on all of my transfers. I don't think I crackled this one, or did I? Did I miss this piece? I had to have. There's no glass on that at all, or gloss on that at all. Yeah, I missed an entire piece, you guys. I missed a whole piece with a crackle. Good thing I've got a zillion paintbrushes. How did that happen? Okay. What day of the month can you order the club kit early with your order? The 15th. The 15th of the month. If the 15th is on a weekend, though, sometimes they do it on the 12th. Or the whatever, like the day before or 2 days before if it's on the weekend. All right, I'm going to call that dry enough. I know, Emmy, did you send me a message? I have it on silent so that I'm not messaged while I'm live. Oh, you guys, I think we're going to go with elephant. We're going to go with elephant. Elephant is a really dark. Did you do piece on the picture? Yes. Elephant is this really dark gray color. And I think it's beautiful. This again is by Waverly. Such a pretty color. So let's grab yet another one of my paintbrushes. Let's go with this one. You're welcome. And we're going to put this right over top of this crackle, okay? And we're going to try to go in as few strokes as we possibly can, and we're just going to let that crack, okay? Elephant is going to look awesome. We're going to just let it go and crack. And I'm not trying to overpaint this as well. You really want to give it like a light coat. And if it doesn't all cover, that's okay. You guys are crackling anyway. Okay? And then just let it do its thing. Good. Good enough for me. Oh, this is going to look beautiful with this color. You guys see that blue coming through there? Oh, I love it. Crackle for the first time, small crackling on a couple small framed creations and loved the outcome. Yeah, you guys, I love crackle. To me, it's fantastic. Oh, you guys, my friend has been hunting in my backyard and he got a 7-point today. He got a deer out of my backyard today, so we're going to get some meat. That's the deal. You can hunt in my backyard. You can only take a buck and then we get some of the meat. Okay, I'm letting it go just like that. Just like that. We're going to let it crackle. We're going to let it do its thing. That's all right. No, I mean, if you guys are my downline and you want a one-on-one meeting with me this week, then please go to our immediate team group and then sign up with our, I've got a sign up genius form, so you can sign up for a time slot for a one-on-one. You don't do deer? I grew up doing deer. Oh, you guys, that looks fantastic. I love the crackle. I think it looks great. All right, let's get all of these really dried up with that crackle on there, and then we can glue these down. Dark on light or light on dark, as long as there's a contrast. That's all that really matters. We have 8 acres. Eight acres of land. Okay, I want to make sure this is nice and dry. All those cracks come through before I try to put this down. Look at how gorgeous that looks. And they're like really fine line cracks too. Let me see if I can hold this one up and show you guys. You can see the very, very fine cracks in there. I love that. And it wasn't like over brushed, so you still got some parts where it looks like it was chipped off as well. So cool. Now really, to get this even better, to dry the crackle, if you just let it. So yes, ideally, and I was just about to say that, ideally you want to let this self-dry. You don't want to dry it like I am. You just want to walk away from it for a little bit and let it dry by itself, and it crackles much, much, much better. But for the purposes of a tutorial, all right, Nancy, I understand. I do. I'm drying it fast so we can, because you guys, we've already been on for almost an hour and a half. So I want to finish this up really fast. So I'm going to use stick fast glue to stick this down tonight. Hopefully. I need a new stick fast, you guys. Mine is, I've been having some struggles with it lately. And I just had this cap off yesterday. I did, Linda. I did make my sweatshirt. I made this one last year. I got a whole stash of Christmas sweatshirts that I made last year that I am ready to break back out of the closet again and start wearing. Well, you guys, I want to use stick fast, but my cap might be glued on. I think I need to order a new one tomorrow because I think this one's about done for. All right, let's see if we can do this then. Since obviously I can't get to the top of it. That happens sometimes. I think my stick fast is toast too, but I still have half a bottle of it. I still have half a bottle, and that's what's disappointing for me. So, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it. So I'm not going to waste it. So let's put our first piece on right there with some stick fast. See how innovative I am? I'm being very careful. I'm being very careful, I promise. Very careful. You saw the stick fast into a condiment bottle? Seems like that would be the worst thing you could do. I put my Mod Podge in a condiment bottle, but never my stick fast. Oh, shucks. Oh, I know. You're right. It is a good thing it's thick, because I would have glue soup everywhere if it wasn't. For sure I would. Oh, I gotta get it on there. In the right spot. You think the grays look awesome? I do too. I think gray was a great choice, you guys. Dare I? Getting more and more ballsy by the second. You could also use hot glue if you don't have stick fast. Use whatever works for you. I'm getting it on my hands though, I can tell you that. It's definitely gotten on my hands. Hi, Dale. All right, so now with these ones right here, I feel like I need to lay them out first. Like this, and do this one first, but have it actually butted up to that one. Ooh. I looked at my comments for a second. And out it came, you guys. I'm buying a new stick fast tomorrow. You saw a ginormous, see, I wouldn't buy a ginormous bottle. I would never buy a bottle of stick fast bigger than this one because of that this happens. Because this is the first bottle I've ever had, and I've been struggling to get that cap off for a while now. And I would not get a bigger bottle. But I'm not prepared to throw this one out until it's gone. So I'd probably just buy another cap like this for it, rather than getting another bottle of stick fast. All right, I gotta make sure that that is straight. And in the middle, y'all, I think I love it. I think I love it. Oh, please do. I'd love to see it. And I only got a little bit on my hand. Try running it under hot water. That's a good idea. All right, I'm going to give that a second to just set up there. You've done that too. All right, let's give this thing just a little bit of embellishments. I don't think that I'm going to do all the things that I had planned on with this tonight, just because we're already like out of time, and I'm apparently out of battery on my glue gun as well. right. Had this plugged in for an hour and a half, so of course my battery dies. That is the Club Couture project, though, you guys. That's what it looks like. It's fantastic. It's gorgeous. That's what you're going to get in your kit. And it's so stinking beautiful. I love it. All right, let's put a little bit of embellishments on here just to finish this baby off. I do like the gray. I do like the crackle on the window. Put Vaseline on yours so it opens every time. That's a great idea. Carolyn, that's actually a really smart thing to do. Oh man. I should definitely be smarter about how I take care of things at the end of my video, but most of the time I'm just so tired I just want to go to bed. All right, you guys, let's add some greenery to this. Let's add a little bit of a bow to this, and then we're going to call it a day, okay? All right, Carol, I get it, girl. I'm getting sleepy myself. So I'm going to add these right here to the top. Right to this corner, just like so. Woo. Oh, I love how that looks. I love how that looks. And then we're going to make a little bow. Thank you so much. So you guys, this is Club Couture. This is exclusive to club members only in the month of November. You got to be a club member to get this one. You can't just order it. Type the word November in the comments to learn more about club and about all the stuff. Thank you. You got to put some kind of embellishment on here. It wouldn't be a Laura project without an embellishment, would it? There we go. Some greenery up there. I was going to do snow, like fake snow too. I'm not going to, you guys. Not tonight. Not tonight. It's just gotten too late. All right, so I've got a couple of different things of ribbon here. This might be too green, but I'm going to go with it anyhow. And a white. Okay, so we're going to make this really, really easy for me. Let me figure out about how long I want my bow. Let's go about there. And I'm going to cut these into tails. And dovetail the ends. Oh, heck. You guys, we're just going to make a big old messy bow tonight, or a big old bow tonight. Let's do this. I have no idea how long these pieces are. We're just going to make some pieces here. Just like so. We're going to make this really easy on ourselves. For a bow for this one. Same length on this one. I'm just folding this over several times. We're going to cut them all apart. We're going to make this super, super simple. Let's fold these ones and dovetail them. Let's fold these ones and dovetail them. Hi, Florine. Thanks for sprinkling, girl. We've been on a hot minute tonight. And we've got a bunch of little white ones there. Why am I cutting it when I could just fold it over and dovetail it, and then it's going to cut off all those pieces? You guys, think smarter, not harder. I don't know why I even... Duh. I figured it out. Oh my gosh. Cutting it made it worse because then they all didn't do what they wanted them to do. All right, so we've got pieces just like so. We're going to put some white ones down. And we're just going to kind of go in an X pattern. We're going to stack and stagger the blues and the whites. In different directions, all over the place. Whole bunch of them. Because I didn't count. Yeah, there's so much more you could do with this for sure. You could put a whole bunch of stuff on there without a doubt. But y'all, I'm getting tired. You guys are getting tired. It's getting late. My kids do have school in the morning. I could embellish the crud out of this one and keep adding snow and all sorts of stuff. But for right now, we're just going to end up putting a cute little bow on here. And then I think I'm going to find a snowflake to put in the middle of it. And we're going to call this one done. Oh, that darn glue gun. Because I feel like we've been on forever. And I'm getting tired. I usually don't go past 11, you guys. So we're going to wrap this up. All right, I'm just going to fan out those pieces there. So we've got this cute little bow with all of these blue and white pieces. Oh, that's so pretty. And then I can look in my stash here and find a snowflake. Oh, I've got a big one too. Look at that. It takes you 20 minutes to realize what direction you need to go to dovetail. Fold it out to edge. Fold it out to the edge. I have an extra piece here somehow because I folded it too many times. Okay, you guys. There we have it. There we have it. Just a cute little bow at the top. I was going to do like snow text and a bunch of stuff. You guys, this took a little longer than I anticipated. Because we had ideas and we had to run through the ideas. And then I've got this gigantic white snowflake that I think is going to look fantastic right there in the middle. Press and hold, press and hold, press and hold, please. And then we're going to call this one done, okay? So you guys, November is the keyword. Type in the keyword. I also wanted to show you guys the difference in all of those colors tonight, which is why we're going to wrap this one up. Okay, there we have it. You guys, there's the project, okay? I love it. I might tinker with it a little bit more, add some snow, add some other stuff with it. But for right now, I think we're going to call this one done. It's taken us a while to get this one put together tonight, but so super cute. I love the way it turned out. I love the way it looks. All right, you guys, so let's set this one aside. Yay, thanks for taking my picture. It is not yet spoken for. No, it's not, Linda. But I do need to hang on to this one for a little bit, at least until I do club again and show a different way to do it so that I've got a piece that I can show, okay? Please just send me a message. All right, so there's that one. Ooh, that bow, the glue's not done. I got to set this down, though, until that glue is dry. Otherwise, it might fall off of there. All right, you guys, let's look at the color of the month compared to other colors really, really quickly. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a ton of just mini transfers, a ton of them, whole ton of them. And the color of the transfer does not matter. Or the shape of the transfer, the design inside the transfer does not matter one little bit. I just have a bunch of transfers, okay? I think Linda already spoke for it. I think when Linda asked, that was her saying that she wanted it. Okay. You guys, I've got a bunch of chalkable shapes here. We're going to do this both on white and on black really fast to show you guys the difference in all of these colors. So I've got a bunch of black discs out here. I've got a bunch of white ones. And I've got our color of the month right there. What else was I needing? Oh my gosh, what else was I thinking that I needed? Okay, Linda, please send me a message. All right, and I've got our little transfers here. So, oh, that's what I was thinking that I needed. I want a chalk marker in black so that we can write the colors on here. Oh, and then I need one in white too, so we can write the colors in here. Okay. Don't pay any attention to what the what the transfer is, but we're going to put this one down here. Let's do this one right here in, this is Ocean Mist. Okay, and we can compare them all. So we can do Ocean Mist on a white. And Ocean Mist on a black. So you guys can see what this one looks like. Okay, those two are Ocean Mist. Ocean Mist. Ocean Mist. Okay, so there's the first one. Let's try out Shimmer Couture Teal and see how that one compares to the new color of the month. I'm not lining these up or anything. Are you guys just kind of waiting to see how it looks? I feel like this one is so far off, though, that it's totally obvious. But we'll do it anyway. Shimmer Couture Teal. Totally different than our color of the month. Totally different. Okay. You like this color? The Shimmer Couture Teal? It's gorgeous color. It really is. All right. Okay, Shimmer Couture Teal. Okay, those two are done. I'm moving fast, you guys. I'm trying to move fast so I can show you all. Let's take a look at, well, let's do the color of the month real quick. You always do it backwards. I used to. I need just a little bit more of this in here to do both of these, I think. And I'm just going to fold this over so I can use this again, and I'm going to put a clip on it. All right, let's check out Shimmer Couture Teal. Let's do this one. I'm sorry, let's check out the new Something Borrowed. Hopefully I have enough here to do both of them. Okay, there it is on the white. And here it is on a black background. Because it makes a difference, you guys, to be able to see it on both a dark and a light color. Oh man, I had just enough to do that. You've missed Shimmer Couture Teal? Okay, there's Something Borrowed. I'm writing so fast too. My penmanship is horrible. But at least that way I can keep track of what's what, you guys. All right, then we've got, let's check it out. This one says things are about to get super weird. This one is, let's see, this one's Duchess. Okay, this was an old color called Duchess. And it's definitely more of a purple. Than what Something Borrowed is. You're welcome, Wendy. Okay, so there's Duchess. And here's Duchess on the black. You guys, I might be missing spots on this transfer too. That's not the point. So if I miss some spots, it's really, this is just to show you the color. All right, this one's Duchess. I'm gonna have to write it on the back. Duchess. Duchess. Okay, what next, you guys? Let's try these other two and just be done with it, because this metallic eggshell blue is also like that couture teal. Very obviously not even close. They're such different colors. So let's try Fresh and see how Fresh looks. My Fresh definitely needs to be stirred. Fresh, I feel like, is close, but it's different. All right. Selectively Social. And maybe you'll find that you have one of these colors that you like better. I don't even know. We'll find out. But remember, a lot of these ones that I'm doing are retired colors that you can't get anymore also. So for those who don't have access to these colors and they don't have them, even if it's close, you still want to be able to tell the difference, okay? So that one right there is, what do I call that one? That's Fresh. Oh, I'm not done with Fresh yet because we got to do the white one. Okay, now I'm done with Fresh. Where's my lid? There's my lid. Yes, I have Glacier too. Yep. All right, let's see if we can write that on the front here. This one's Fresh. So far, Fresh is the closest one. And then last but not least, you guys, let's do Glacier, and we can take a look at this, and then I gotta go. Then I gotta go, you guys. And I've got some kind of like risky block thing on my computer. All right, this is Glacier. Now, Glacier looks like it needs to be stirred too, and it might even be kind of thick. It's not too bad. Okay. I don't use these colors because they're out of stock, you guys. I don't show you guys stuff that's out of stock. So this one right here is Glacier. So the new color is different in many ways from all of these colors. Including Glacier. Okay, here we go. Let's see if you guys can see the difference, okay? Because that's the whole point in doing this. So, whoops. In all of the whites, there's Ocean Mist. We're going to compare it with the Something Borrowed, though, okay? There's Something Borrowed next to Ocean Mist, okay, in the white. Something Borrowed next to Ocean Mist with black background. Okay, clearly different than Ocean Mist. I don't even think I need to show the Couture Teal because it's so completely different from Something Borrowed. And let's see here. This one right here is the, this was Duchess. Totally different from Something Borrowed for the Duchess. And there it is on the black. Totally different in Duchess. Then we have Fresh. So we've got Something Borrowed and Fresh. And there's the difference in those two. This has definitely got more blue in it. So that was the black one, and that was Fresh. And here's Something Borrowed and Fresh on the white. It's definitely got more blue to that Fresh. And then Glacier, I would say, is the closest. But they are still different. I feel like Glacier is lighter in color than what Fresh is. And here it is on the black. So I feel, I'm sorry, then what Something Borrowed is. So Glacier on the black, I feel like it sinks in a little bit more. Like this, the Something Borrowed stands out. So there it is, you guys. There's the comparison of everything. I hope that helps you decide what you're going to do. I think I just got paint all over my neck because I tried to pull my hair back. So that's it, you guys. That's it for tonight. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you guys all back here tomorrow, okay? All right, you guys have a good night. Bye, everybody. Love you so much. Thanks for watching.